Hi there, I'm Masha and I'm welcoming you on my channel about modeling, about posing, about how to walk on high heels and with some beauty hacks because I also was a makeup artist in the past. So here in this video I'm gonna share 5 hacks, tips which every model must know. So if you're aspiring model and you're new to model industry in general and new to posing and you're trying to find yourself, find your personal style in posing, please watch this video. It's going to be really helpful. First of all, I would say that every model must know that models must pose quickly. If you are booking private photo shooting, you can be as slow as you can because it's you paying for a studio and photographer. But models coming on set and they need to sell clothes, and usually there are a lot of looks and client booking specific amount of time, for example 5 hours for, let's say, 30 looks. And if you're posing and moving really slowly, then clients see that, okay, 5 hours are not enough, I'm going to book another hour, and it's another big amount of money they need to overpay for model, for photographer, for designer. And then in the end, maybe the client will be really happy on set and he wouldn't show or she that they're unhappy, but next time they just gonna book another girl who knows how to pose quickly. So I suggest not to be like super quickly like Coco Rocha. I think it's also very hard when you're moving too fast because camera couldn't focus on you and you're gonna be all smudged. Sometimes it's looking really cool, but it's not what we're gonna need on, for example, just lookbook or catalog shooting. So first of all, I suggest one click and you change the pose. So I'm showing you the exact time of changing. And then on set, photographer is gonna say something like, please pose quickly if this is too fast, or if this is not enough, he will say, okay, quickly, and you will move really quick. Secondly, I see the big difference between aspiring models and professional models, because they see that aspiring models, they're using their hands, yes, they're using their legs, yes, face expression maybe, but what they're not using compared to professional models, they're not using their spine and shoulders that much. And I think this little tip can boost your posing to a very next level, and your pose is gonna look much more, not commercial, but much more high fashion. Let me show you what I mean. For example, pose with shoulders. And I can create so many shapes, and look at my line over here. It's straight, yeah. And now it's much more interesting, I can pose just with my shoulders, and it's already looking so cool without even arms. And also what I love to use is to use my spine, but I'm not leaning towards the camera, and I'm not leaning while standing straight to the camera. So all these movements, they work when you turn yourself 3/4 or profile, left, right, it doesn't matter. So when I'm posing straight to the camera with my spine, my belly looks so huge. I have double chin, my neck is very stressed, and it's also bigger than it's usually. And what if I'm leaning towards the camera? It's also not looking good because you cannot see my stomach. It's also not gonna work. So what I'm doing, I'm turning, for example, left, right profile, and here I can do this spine twists back and forward. So while I'm using my shoulders, it's looking much more, you can create so many things. And your hands, sometimes acting really automatically. Put them forward, little bit, not all the way. Left, right, put one shoulder up, another one, and it's already looking so cool when you're moving your spine and shoulders. not just moving your hands and legs. Another great tip is to understand the physics of picture. For example, it's very good to know that when you're stretching something into the camera, it's just getting bigger. For example, my hand is now the same size as my head. So if you're like putting something, stepping forward to the camera, just always be sure that this thing, hand for example, it looks big. And for example, you're not doing like that because you can cover your face totally. You're doing something like that. Also with the leg, yeah, it's going to be much more, your feet's going to be much more bigger. And especially when you're stretching yourself to the floor and stretching your leg into the camera, it's going to look really long and beautiful. But the same with your body. You're stretching it into the camera, and now your head looks very big and torso looks very small. So in the beginning, just understand that. Try to work left a lot, right a lot, up in the sky. But be careful with something like that. Yeah? Simple example. Like, imagine it's a bag and it's a net for a bag. Like this looks really nice, but when you stretch it forward, bag's gonna look so huge and it's gonna be like too pushy, too silly, you know, if you're stretching some product into the camera. It's gonna be like too commercial. Just understand the physics, yeah? We're working here, here, here. Sometimes we can stretch something into the camera, but just be careful with the size. It will get bigger on picture. And also, while sitting, while lying on the floor, even sometimes when posing barefoot, always stretch your toes. Because, see how it's looking like, yeah? You have too many lines here. One here, very sharp angle. One here, angle 90 degrees. It's just too much angles into your leg, and this looks a bit like broken. And this is will shorten your leg. So it's better to stretch your toes always. It doesn't matter, you're sitting, you're lying on the floor. Like this leg looks much more better than leg like this. Even posing with barefoot, try to not just step all your feet on the ground, but to stretch your toe here, 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 here. And the last tip, like every model knows that while sitting, we're not showing knees on the camera. Yeah, see how they're big and you cannot see this part of my legs. So knees and elbows in the camera, it looks not so nice, so elbows. Just to the left, to the right, up in the sky, and the same with knees. Just, you can place your knee and just turn your legs a little bit left and right. To the sides, you know, straighten your leg. Do whatever you want and like, just not straight to the camera. I hope you liked my short video with really useful tips which changed my posing and how I see myself in camera completely. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, to give like to this video and to comment this video below so I know that it's useful for you and I will shoot more videos. Bye bye!